World Telecommunication Day, or World Telecommunication and Information Society Day, is an international day proclaimed in November 2006 by the International Telecommunication Union, to be celebrated annually on the 17th of May. The main objective of the day was to raise global awareness of social changes brought about by the Internet and new technologies. So, what's telecommunication? The term telecommunication refers to the transmission of information by different types of technologies over wire, radio, optical or other electromagnetic systems. The main aim of this video is to raise awareness of the possibilities of use of Internet and other information and communication technologies can bring to societies and economies. So let's dive right into it. Evolution of telecommunications. The Internet is now only roughly 32 years old, and it has developed so far from where it had started. Now, can you imagine the development in tech in the coming years? Or are you a kind of person who thinks that the world was way better without it? Okay then, I'll try my best to change your mind. In order to do that, let's go back in time. Beacons and pigeons. By 3000 BC, Egypt was using homing pigeons for pigeon post, taking advantage of a singular quality of this bird, which when taken far from its nest, is able to find its way home, due to a particularly developed sense of orientation. Messages were then tied around the legs of the pigeon, which was freed and could reach its original nest in a considerable amount of time. Fun fact: homing pigeons were still employed in the 21st century by certain remote police departments in the state of Odisha, in eastern India, to provide emergency communication services. Beacons. Historically, beacons were fires lit at well-known locations on hills or high places, used either as lighthouses, for navigation at sea, or for signaling over land in order to alert the defenses that enemy troops were approaching. Telephones. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell was given the patent for the telephone. A telephone is a telecommunications device that permits two or more users to conduct a conversation when they are too far apart to be heard directly. This was one of the first ever breakthroughs in the world of telecommunication. Radio and television. Starting in 1894, Italian inventor Guglielmo Marconi began developing a wireless communication using the newly discovered phenomenon of radio waves at his time. Later he showed by 1901 that they could be transmitted across the Atlantic Ocean. This was the start of wireless telegraphy by radio. For most of the 20th century, televisions depended upon the cathode ray tube, invented by Carl Braun. The first version of such a television was produced by Philo Farnsworth and demonstrated to his family on the 7th of September 1927. Fun fact: Philo Farnsworth, who was one of the founders of the television, appeared only once on it. Computer networks and the Internet. As we all know, the Internet is the biggest milestone in the history of telecommunication. English scientist Sir Timothy Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web in 1989. He wrote the first web browser in 1990. The invention of the web paved way to a brighter future, with uncountable possibilities. From comparing the advancements in telecommunications throughout these years, it is clear that we cannot launch a rocket into space with the help of a bunch of homing pigeons or a telephone. What it means is that the communication systems of today is way better than before. Even after all these developments, there is no doubt that an ongoing battle between technology and humans have stimulated fear in global history. Many individuals from all over the world still believes that technology will not only replace society, but also dominate the human race. This is not entirely true. As we know, the whole Earth is under the attack of COVID-19, especially India. During these difficult times, the development in information and communication technologies have helped us in many ways, in the form of e-commerce, online classes, entertainment, and infotainment programs and many more. Now, can you imagine yourself coping through this global pandemic without them? Therefore, it is proven that the Internet and communication and information technologies, such as artificial intelligence, quantum computing, social medias, broadcasting, etc., are beneficial for us. And more importantly, just imagine the future possibilities they could bring. Judging by the fast growth of these technologies, the future isn't that far away. Just to give you an idea about the speed of growth of AI, here is a fun fact about this video. The narrator's voice you heard throughout this video belongs to an AI. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Now, imagine an interface that will allow humans to operate computer systems entirely by thought. Wow, that definitely will be mind-blowing. This is a future I would love to be a part of. Thank you for watching. Stay home. Stay safe.